Hey guys, Marvin here, and in this video we are going to check out the jump starter from AUTOONE. They sent this to me for review. As you guys can see that the box is still sealed. I haven't opened it yet, and I am in my Mazda 5 right now that I've been trying to fix for years now. And if you are familiar with Mazda 5 or Mazda 3, they have that issue, the rough idle issue that is stalling on the red light. So that is the problem of my Mazda 5, and I've been trying so many things and still didn't help. I tried the TSV, cleaning the throttle. I cleaned that twice. It still didn't help. I replaced the AGR valve. I also replaced the oxygen sensor because that's what my scanner said. It was the upstream, but I replaced both down and upstream sensor. It didn't help. And the last thing I replaced was the mass airflow sensor. Again, it didn't make any difference, but the sensor was cheap. I guess it was $17. So I just took a chance. And this time I replaced another sensor, the map sensor, which is just $15. So I think it's, worth to give a shot. That said, it's perfect timing because we got this AUTOONE jump starter and then we can test it with my Mazda 5. But before that, let me show you that my Mazda 5 has a dead battery and doesn't crank at all. Then we can do the unboxing and then we can try this one straight out of the box without charging it. I know that most of the rechargeable device, it is recommended to charge it fully first before using it for the first time, but I don't think that is going to hurt, doing that only one time. So let's do it. Right, so just to show you that the Mazda 5 doesn't crank at all, it has a dead battery right there. Nothing at all, zero. All right, so let's go ahead and unbox this AUTOONE jump starter and let's see what it can do. Okay, so I don't have a knife, so I use the key to break the plastic seal right there. Let's put this aside. So here it is, AUTOONE jump starter model JS02, and on the side here it says jump starter, power bank, LED lighting. So it means that you can use this as a power bank to charge any rechargeable device like cell phone or laptop. Also has the built-in flashlight, it says right there. So just to show you how bright the flashlight is, there you go. There you can see. I will definitely using this for camping trip. As you can see, it's bright enough to help you see what you're doing during a roadside or car emergencies. So that said, having built-in flashlight into this unit is, very convenient. And at the back, you can see the specs, 44.4 watts capacity, start voltage 12 volts, and USB-C in and outs. Nice. It has USB-C port as well, and that's in and out. It means that's the one you can use to charge any USB-C device. And also, you can use this port to charge the booster as well. Let's go ahead and open the box and let's see what we get inside. Oh, this is nice. There's nothing to unbox actually because everything are inside the hard case. It feels really good. It feels like, inside of it is like a DJI drone. Get that? Very nice. So let's open it. Right, so we got the intelligent smart cable jumper. Again, this is intelligent smart cable. So those LED indicator tells you what it means. We got the user manual. I really appreciate, not just the simple black and white. This is colored, so that is good. It's gonna be easy to see and to read. Just gonna put that back. So we got the USB-A to USB-C cable, and this is not a cheap cable. Actually, this is flat. Look at that. Not just the rounded one. So you can use this to charge any rechargeable device and charge the unit itself. So let's just put it back right there. And we got the booster. Wow, that's really like sitting there really tight. It's actually really light. Look at how small is that. Look at that. Wow. I like the design too. The casing is plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap at all, right? All right, so on the side we got the USB-C in and out, and then next to it is the DC output, which surprised me to see that kind of port on the jumper booster. This is really useful, like if you have a 12-volt device like LED strip, or even probably like a compressor or pump, you can use this. So it's good to have that port. It's gonna be very useful, especially on the go. And here we got the flashlight built in, and I like that rounded flashlight, not just like the square LED. And we got the two USB-A port. The output is black, and the blue one must be the QC, the quick charging USB-A. And here the engine start. That's the cover. I thought it was a button actually. This must be, where you plug in the jumper cable. So we only have 2 bars on the batteries. So that means that we really need to charge the unit before using it. But I'm going to try it anyway and see if it can start my Mazda 5 without charging it. So I guess let's do it. Okay, so let's plug in the jumper cable to the unit, just like that. All right, so definitely it doesn't start my Mazda. Let's see. Now it's showing 1 bar on the battery only, so let's unplug it first. And okay, let's plug it again. Okay, that's solid green again. Okay, now it's solid green. I'm gonna try to crank the Mazda 5. Hopefully. Oh, it's actually work. It's actually work. That's amazing. I'm just gonna show you here that is showing 1 bar, 1 LED light right there, and it still, managed to start the Mazda 5, which has the dead battery. And yeah, now it's showing red light, so I'm gonna just unplug that. So again, I'm going to charge it fully, and then I'm going to try to crank the silica, and let's see how many cranks does it get before the AUTOONE booster deflated. And the silica doesn't start at all because I think it has a fuel pump issue. But if the AUTOONE can start it, I would be really happy. Right, so the Mazda 5 now is warming up right now. And then the map sensor that I replaced is just right down there. I don't know if you guys can see, that wire. That's the wire that goes to the map sensor. So it's also perfect to see if it will solve the rough idle issue. And we try the AUTOONE jump starter as well, without charging it. So that's good. The AUTOONE booster is fully charged. I charged it last night. I don't know if you guys can see because it's so sunny right now. All right, that's ready. Just gonna put this away. All right, so red to positive, and black to negative. One, two, three, four, Okay, 4, it stopped. I think we have to reset it. That's good because I don't want to overheat the starter as well. So yeah, still cold. Yeah, but it's blinking right there. Just gonna unplug it again. See how many. So that's 4 cranks. It's still showing 4 bars. Okay, let's plug it in again. Five. 6. 7. 8. All right, so 8. So every 4 cranks, I think it's like the protection is kicking in. So every 4 cranks, you can see that the green light is blinking. So I think the protection kicking in. All right, we're just gonna probably let the cable cool down a little bit and then we're gonna try again. All right, so let's do a few more cranks. I think the cable is already, yeah, it's already cold. So it's in and negative. So there was 8 cranks. Maybe we can do another 4. 9. 10. 11. 12. It didn't go protection this time, so I'm gonna crank one more. Oh, it did actually, so every 4 cranks. Yeah, so that's 12 cranks in total. Again, every 4 cranks, it goes to protection. The green light is blinking. It's gonna... Yeah, the cable is okay. It's a little bit warm. Yeah, the starter is warm, so I'm going to let it cool down first. So just remember that it was like 12 cranks that we did already. So I'm just gonna let it cool down a little bit, and then yeah, we're gonna do 20 cranks, and I think that's enough to give you an idea what this booster can do. Right, so the starter is not that hot anymore, so it should be okay now. Let's do a few more cranks. That was 12 cranks in total we did. So let's see if we can go up to 20. That's 14. 15. 16. Okay, let's see, that's 4 cranks already. Yeah, so every 4 cranks, the protection kicks in. So that is 16. So you're gonna unplug it first and then let it cool down again a little bit. And then we're gonna do 4 more. That's gonna be total of 20. Again, that should give you a very good idea what this little thing can do. All right, so let's do 4 more cranks. $17. 18. 19. 20. Oh, it cranks like 5 times. 21. Okay, the protection kicks in, so I think that's it. Right, guys, so 21 cranks. Starter is warm again. The wire is not that warm. Yeah, because that was just only 5 cranks. So let's unplug this, and then again the protection kicks in every 4 cranks. Right, so this is after 20 cranks of my Toyota Celica. I'll press the button, it shows full 4 bars. It's blinking, so I would assume that it's still full bars. But if I plug in the jumper cable, it is showing red light and it's beeping, which it means that the booster battery is very low. So that is strange, because it should show there like 1 bar instead of 4 blinking bars. So I don't understand, but I'm just gonna let it cool down, because the booster is still a little bit warm. And then when it's cooled down, I'm gonna plug the cable again and let's see what happened. Alright, so I let it cool down while I'm covering my Toyota Celica, and now it's back to normal. So you guys can see right there, it's showing 1 bar instead of blinking 4 bars. I don't know what happened, probably it's just like a glitch in the system there. So if I plug this in, it's still gonna show red bar, because again the battery is already low, so that's the normal indicator. The battery is very low and needs to be recharged. So I don't know what happened earlier, that still showing 4 bars. Again, probably is just the glitch. So I guess that's a concluded test. One single charge, I managed to crank my Toyota Celica. That's a 2.2 liters, 4-cylinder, 21 times, and now we have only 1 bar left on the battery. Again, for the size of this booster, in a single charge you get 21 cranks. It's still pretty impressive. So if you guys are interested, I will leave the link in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.